you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you're not, I hope you are taking very good care of yourself. Now, if you watch my videos before, you know this is a bit of a different setup, but you can probably guess why. It's because I have a mic now. I just filmed this. I must have filmed this 3 times because I'm getting really used to using a mic and I want this to be good. So, that being said, this is not why you came to watch this video. You want to see my recent trip to London, so why don't we just get into it? So backstory, I was not at all supposed to be in London this week. My mom came up to visit Durham and she was supposed to go back down to London by herself because I'm an absolute leech of a child, and also because I miss my mom. I decided I want to go with her. But did I decide like the day she got in Durham, the second day she was here? No, I decided the day she was leaving to London I wanted to go too. So we woke up, I bought my train ticket at 9, the train left at like 11:45, so I had to walk from our hotel to my flat, pack up what I wanted for London, just all in a tizzy, then walk all the way back to the hotel, and then my lovely boyfriend drove us to the train station and we caught our train. So yay. And we got into London, we just did like a little bit of shopping. Shops were super busy. We made a few purchases, dropped them off at the hotel, and then we went to dinner at the amazing Burger and Lobster in Mayfair. There's a whole bunch in London and like all over the world. I've never been to one before, but it was amazing. I had the cheeseburger with truffle fries and my mom had the half a lobster with a plain burger and truffle fries as well. And it was amazing. We were super tired from all of our travel, so once we finished dinner, we just went back to the hotel and crashed for the night, which brings you to the next day. And I should probably properly introduce you to my mom.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm Syd's mom. We're in London, and today we're going to go down to Harrods, over Buckingham Palace, up to Soho and Carnaby, and maybe Oxford and Regent. We'll see where the day takes us.
Very exciting. This is my mom, so excited that you guys get to meet her. We love her. Look how cute she is. So yeah, that's my mom. And basically, she told you everything we're gonna do today. Here's a bit of our walk over to the iconic Harrods. Our first few trips to London, we kind of go there for like the touristy stuff, but now we are addicted to the vanilla tea, which I have a cup on the go of right now. It's so yummy. It feels like a little cozy hug. But a pro tip, if you're going to London, especially if you're going to Harrods, make sure you go within the first hour they open because it's so quiet and you have like personal space, because anyone that's been to London, especially when it's high tourist season, knows Harrods can get very busy very fast and it's very overwhelming. It's a lot of people. So I find going first thing in the morning, you get a lot of personal space, you can look at what you want to. After Harrods, we made a stop at the AlphaTauri store because my mom and I are both huge F1 fans and they had this super cool F1 car on the wall. Fortunately, neither Yuki Tsunoda or Nick DeVries were hanging around to drive it. If your car looks like it's in a lot of pieces, so maybe they don't want to drive it. After this, we realized we were right next to our favorite luxury secondhand store called Designer Exchange, which while we were in, we found out was owned by the same people that own CEX, which like sells like electronics and gaming systems and games. So the more you know, I guess. And of course, because she's a fancy lady, Jen had to make a purchase. Mom, are you happy with your purchase? You're very happy with your purchase. Look at that. Look at this lady with her big fancy bag. So the window my mom was actually standing in front of there is where we stopped off for lunch. We had a smoothie and my mom had a tea and we split the chocolate cake and it was delicious. Honestly, if we weren't in public, I would have licked the plate, which is a little embarrassing, whatever. We've had an outfit change because I have somewhere I need to be after this is done. But after we restored ourselves with some snacks, we walked over to Buckingham Palace because King Charles' coronation was in a month after we visited and we wanted to see if they had any like cute stuff for it. But while we were walking over, we walked through the Duke of Wellington Art in Hyde Park. But the London Marathon, I think, was in like 10 days after we visited, and it was so busy. There were so many runners everywhere. I'm definitely in Dodge and I've never felt more like out of shape in my life. I think I need to get back in running. Our efforts were rewarded when we got to Buckingham Palace because this is like the quietest I've seen it in a while. I find it like really bad in the morning when they do the changing of the guard, and in the summer when I've been in London, it's really busy. So if this looks really busy to you and you're planning to go to London this summer, I have very bad news for you, unfortunately. For stopping at Buckingham Palace, we decided to go back to our hotel to drop off some of our bags from earlier in the day and just kind of rest our feet, have a little snack, and we decided to head back out. And our first stop was Regent Street, specifically the Gymshark there because they had sale on, and something had me absolutely enthralled in this Gymshark. Alright, this is the single coolest changing room I've ever been in. There's like these buttons here that like changes the lighting completely. Pop off. They also have this mirror here, this mirror here, So when you're like trying on, I just tried on 3 pairs of shorts. When you're trying them on, you can see how like see-through they are when you're squatting at the gym. And very good feature because there's one pair I was like, oh my god, these are so cute, they fit so well. I squatted and you can see my entire butt. Will not be purchasing those, but all in all, amazing. I guess it's little things for me, honestly, I don't know. We decided to head to my favorite street in the world, Carnaby in Soho. I'm obsessed with Carnaby, and we needed to make an essential stop at the Ugly Dumpling, which is probably my favorite restaurant in the world. I did not film there because the second the cheeseburger dumplings landed on my table, I just inhaled them. They are delicious. Also, while in Carnaby, we had to make an essential stop at Brandy Melville. I needed new sweatpants because my original pair I ripped at a 7 a.m. practice for rowing trying to jump a fence, and I am so glad that there is no video of this happening to me because I think I would be humbled until the end of my life. There are not many things I miss from the pandemic. One of them, however, is capacity limits on stores because there were so many people in the shop and you just like couldn't move, you couldn't look at anything. You were fighting to like get a hold of a hoodie. You're like, is this cute? I don't know. I'll take it. I went to that Brandy Melville once during the pandemic when they were limiting the amount of people in it, and it was just such a pleasurable experience, but I still got some cute stuff. After being in Soho, we decided to take a walk back to our hotel and drop off our bags, freshen up a little bit, and then took a cab to dinner at the Alchemist in the Seven Dials. The Alchemist is a sort of chain in the UK. They're known for their wacky cocktails. My mom got the bubble bath, I got the disco sour, and they're just so cool. They're definitely on the pricier side, but it's more of an experience than just a drink. I really recommend going at least once because we're both basic white bitches. My mom and I both got the chicken strips, and they come in these like adorable chicken shaped baskets, and I want one so bad. If I could figure out how to steal one, I honestly would. Or if anyone from the Alchemist is watching this, I will promote you till the end of time on my YouTube and my Instagram for free, so long as I get a chicken basket. I want one so bad. And the chicken strips taste so good. So really, best of both worlds, honestly. This is the third outfit of this video. No, I will not be taking any criticism. No, my hair is also wacky right now because I went to the gym. Love that for me. However, I don't feel like blow drying my hair. You did not come here for my hair care routine. However, we are halfway through this video and we gotta keep going. Another London life hack is to go to Primark half an hour before they close because it is so quiet in there and it's so nice. So we decided to walk over to Primark, but then we came across this like light installation. We could see all these like lights flashing, all these people standing around. We were like, what's going on there? It was right near Tottenham Tube Station. It was like super cool art installation. The lights were so cool. I was transfixed. I loved it. I don't know what it was for because there were so many people like crowding the plaques. I couldn't read them, and I can't find anything on Google about it except like people's TikToks of like, oh my god, I found this art installation. So if you know what it's about, I would love to hear. And then we went to Primark. I did not film in there because every time I go into a Primark, I black out. But after all of that excitement, my mom and I went back to our hotel and we crashed for the night. When I woke up the next morning, I had a delicious breakfast, and my latte had a little heart in the foam. It was so cute and I knew I was gonna have a good day, which I did. Every trip my mom and I do, we always try and do something like educational. So we decided to go to Kensington Palace because they had an exhibition on called Crown de Couture. I love this exhibition so much. It was really crazy to see outfits worn by my favorite celebrities like Timothée Chalamet, Lizzo. I think they had one worn by Kendall Jenner and Phoebe Waller-Bridge in person as well, because you see all these on like Twitter and you're like, okay, cool, whatever. But you don't see them in person, and seeing them in person is freaking cool. It was cool to see them alongside stuff worn by historically powerful people in the English court, kind of the like contrast of modern celebrity culture with past royal culture. I thought that was so cool and clever and well thought out, and it was really thought-provoking. There was also another exhibit there on the childhood of Queen Victoria, which was really cool because you hear a lot about her as like a queen, but you don't hear a lot about her as a kid, and she had a messed up childhood. After leaving the palace, we went for a little bit of a walk through Hyde Park, and we ended up at the Royal Albert Hall. I think it's called the Albert Monument, and it was huge and it was really stunning, but there were also a lot of pigeons around, and I'm really scared of pigeons. So after using my brain so much, I really needed a snack, or else my mom would have to deal with hangry Sydney, and let me tell you, hangry Sydney is not fun to deal with. We got a cab from Hyde Park as it started to rain down into Piccadilly, and we decided to go to Cafe Concerto because we've seen them all over London. We've never been to one. We're like, okay, well, let's give it a try. And let me tell you, they're everywhere for a reason. It was like really good. I was expecting it to be like a mediocre tourist trap at best. I had a latte and crepes, and my mom had a piece of cake and a tea. I've been to France multiple times, and these are the best crepes I've ever had in my life. They were delicious. After we went there, we had to go down to Chinatown for a donut time. My mom got the ice baby, and I got the stranger rings too. Mom, how happy are you that we're at donut time?
over.
Very happy.
Very happy, very happy.
I'm not even a donut person and I love these, which I think says something about me as a person, but also how good these donuts are. We stop every time we're in London. We went to the 7 Dials to go to Glossier, which I felt so ancient in that Glossier. Every girl in there was like 13 and I was like, I am 21. We went to the market at Covent Garden because I had made a few too many purchases, so I needed a bag to help me get them back to Durham. But once we got our bag, we went back to drop our stuff off at the hotel again, and then we went out for an Italian at genuinely the best Italian restaurant I've ever been to. It's called Da Carati. I had the spaghetti bolognese and a glass of wine, and my mom had the penne arrabbiata and a Diet Coke, and it's delicious. It's so good. It's a tiny little restaurant. Very worth it though. The next day was my final day in London. Big sad, but I found this stunning dress at Urban Outfitters, which I am so excited to wear to my #1 fan Camilla's wedding this summer. I also am hoping to wear this dress to Henley Royal Regatta this summer because that is my birthday present, is to get to go to Henley. 2 social events this summer that I've covered. Again, if you want to do any shopping in London, I do really recommend going. For some stores, it's good to go like an hour before they close. Some it's good to go like the hour after they open. If they have a sale on, it's not like super picked over or anything, and you just have like personal space, and it's just such a nice experience. We went to Selfridges to go to Pizza Pilgrims for lunch, which was delicious. There's a bunch of Pizza Pilgrims all over London, and they have the best pepperoni pizza, but it has like spicy honey on it.
Mom, how excited are you for pizza? Very excited. Very excited.
Which sounds like a weird combination, but I promise you it works so well. It is delicious. However, all good things must come to an end. I had to come back up to Durham because I have a bunch of assignments to do that I have not started. So after lunch, we went back to the hotel where I had to gather up my bags and say goodbye to my mom for the next month. That's one of the hardest things about being an international student, is you almost feel like you have like a uni life and home life, but you're always kind of feel like you're torn between 2 places almost. But after saying bye to my mom, I got a taxi to King's Cross Station and I took the train all the way back to Durham, which brings me here. Woo! Hope you all enjoyed seeing my trip to London. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like or a comment, or even go so far as to subscribe. I hit 100 subscribers this weekend. I hit 100 subscribers on the 15th of April, and I was aiming to hit 100 subscribers on the 28th of June because it's my birthday. I hit it like 2 months and 2 weeks early. Amazing. But I'm a very goal-oriented person, so now I want 200 subscribers for my birthday. So if you could please subscribe, I would really appreciate it. If not, it's no big deal. I hope to see you again sometime soon. And that brings us to our end of video tradition. My water bottle is still in my gym bag. 1 second. All right, so we take a sip of our water. We stay happy, we stay hydrated, and we are kind to other people, and I will see you guys in the next video.